Welcome back to the Malaysia Money Matters show. It's the 2nd of October 25. Today we're diving into, well, quite a contrast, actually. We're seeing Malaysian companies pushing for internal clarity while global politics throw some curveballs our way. Let's kick off with Petronas Gas. Big news there about an internal reorganization.
That's right. They're planning to split things up, separating their regulated businesses like gas transport and processing.
Right, the core infrastructure stuff.
Exactly, separating that from their non-regulated activities. So utilities and energy ventures.
And the aim here is...
Well, it looks like they're setting up a new holding company, PG Energia, specifically for those utilities. The idea is better focus, more transparency. And importantly, it probably makes that utilities arm more flexible, more cost competitive, better able to react to market changes outside the regulated framework.
Makes sense. Seeking clarity there. But clarity seems elusive in another Petronas matter. The dispute with Petros and Sarawak.
Yes. That's back in the High Court. Still no settlement reached on those gas supply payments.
It's quite the long-running issue, isn't it?
It really is. And it boils down to this fundamental clash over jurisdiction. Petronas argues federal law, the Petroleum Development Act, takes precedence. They're saying they don't need a separate license from Sarawak under the state's own gas ordinance.
So it's federal versus state authority over resources.
Pretty much. And it's critical because Sarawak is, well, it's the country's biggest gas producer, so regulatory stability there really matters.
Okay, while that legal fight continues, the courts did offer some reassurance elsewhere, specifically for company directors. The Iris case.
Yes, the Court of Appeal ruling. It reaffirmed the business judgment rule.
Which basically protects directors if things go wrong, provided they acted properly.
Exactly. If they acted honestly, with reasonable care, in good faith, even if a business decision like that £2.05 million loss at Iris doesn't pan out.
So it protects them from personal liability.
Correct. It's reinforcing Section 214 of the Companies Act. And, it's important because it encourages qualified people to actually take on director roles. It allows for calculated business risks, which you need for growth, rather than directors being overly cautious just to avoid any potential blame.
Right. You don't want paralysis on boards. It's about good faith decisions, not shielding negligence.
Precisely. That's the key distinction.
Right. Shifting to market activity, we're seeing some positive signs. Custom Food Holding planning an IPO.
Yeah. Backed by Creador, aiming for the main market, that suggests confidence in raising funds for expansion.
And Westport Holdings getting recognition.
A big win, actually. Gold in the best of the best at the EDGE ESG Awards. It shows how crucial ESG performance is becoming. Investors demand it.
We're also seeing some significant capital raising from the banks.
Very significant. Public Bank launched a RM10 billion commercial paper program, and RHB Bank, a huge RM5 billion multi-currency program.
Multi-currency, and including sustainability options from RHB too.
Right. That P1 rating for public banks program, the sheer size of these, it signals real strength and confidence in the financial sector's ability to provide liquidity.
Okay, so quite a bit happening locally. But now let's turn to that global picture you mentioned, the U.S. government shutdown.
Yes, a partial shutdown kicked off because of partisan gridlock overfunding. About 750,000 federal workers potentially furloughed.
And the immediate impact.
Well, gold hit a record high almost instantly, a classic flight to safety. For investors, for you watching the markets, it just means more global uncertainty, expect market jitters, maybe delays in key U.S. economic data releases that everyone watches. Definitely a time for caution.
Interesting, though, despite that global instability, Malaysia seems to be seen as a stable spot. Standard Chartered's report.
That's a really positive indicator. They found Malaysia is ASEAN's top trade performer right now. Over a third of global companies they surveyed, especially from China and the U.S., plan to maintain or even increase trade activities here.
That sounds like the supply chain realignment effect.
Absolutely. As companies look for more reliable hubs, Malaysia stands to benefit. And that plan, Johor-Singapore Special Economic Zone, should only help streamline things further. It shows real foreign confidence.
Good news there. And finally, some local policy updates aimed at easing costs.
Yes, targeted help. The Ministry of Finance announced that full-time e-hailing drivers and also registered boat owners will get additional RON95 petrol subsidy benefits.
When does that kick in?
Should be by mid-October. It's direct financial relief for key transport sectors, helping with living costs.
And one more policy move, this one on public health, Perek's vape ban.
Right. Following several other states, Perak is implementing a statewide ban on vape sales from January 1st, 2026.
That's quite definitive.
It is a strong public health stance. Businesses involved in that sector in Perak will obviously need to plan for that transition.
So wrapping up, it feels like a story of Malaysia trying to solidify its own house, corporate structures, legal rules.
While at the same time navigating and even maybe benefiting from some of the turbulence happening elsewhere globally.
That positive trade outlook seems key there.
It is. I think the takeaway for you, our listener, is how local governance and stability provide that crucial foundation, even when, global politics creates uncertainty. Local strengths matter, perhaps now more than ever.
A fascinating mix of forces at play. For more concise analysis like this, make sure you subscribe to the Malaysia Money Matters podcast. Hey there, thanks for tuning in. If you would like a deeper dive into all the investment opportunities from today's news, subscribe to my newsletter at moneymatters.substack.com. I will be sharing a deeper analysis of the key investment opportunities from today's news, including what makes these opportunities stand out and how they fit into the broader market trends. By subscribing to the Malaysia Money Matters newsletter, you will also get exclusive insights on my watch list and portfolio and fundamental reports on Malaysian listed companies.